Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go in our nation's capital. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing right away is Daniels. That one's taken in by Spears. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing now is Daniels. And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 15. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And fights through one man. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And no
touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To the air goes Daniels. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now Daniels. Open target. Here is Matthews. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And here's a give to Spears. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Left side, caught by Matthews. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Daniels looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here now, 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 7-7, our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Smith and Jigba in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second down and 4. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Second and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Again, it's Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and 6. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he's free going down the left left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. These guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
To throw is Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 21 yards away. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it's 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Here's Daniels. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And this is hauled in by Matthews. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24 to 10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Stroud off the play fake. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Stroud now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Smith and Jigba in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he will have a touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 24-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here's Spears.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Final minute now of the third quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 3.
Now they try the right side here. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Stroud out of the gun here.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf from 21 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. To the air goes Daniels. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Hand off to Spears. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Off the play fake, Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field, they only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there we saw it. At the point of attack, find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give him credit for that one.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Daniels. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
4th down. Here's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
This is 1st and 10. Now Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Stroud.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. They'll run again. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here we go on 4th down.
Running free at the 45. Off to the races. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.